Does the fact that women no longer need men mean that the main reason women were with men was because they had to be?
Yes.
Well, wouldn't that prove that men were often seen as a utility to be used?
No, I think it is because women back then, they felt if you didn't have a man, if you weren't married,
seen as like unvaluable.
Yeah, you were seen as like you weren't worth enough.
Wow, that's fantastic work, man. You have the wisdom of a 6,000 or 7,000-year-old man. That's fantastic. We don't have to fill up the whole blackboard after all.
Why are you trying to make shame a bad thing? Back in the day, it was awesome. If a woman went out and wore skimpy and ill-fitting outfits, drank copious amounts of cheap alcohol, and passed around her foul vomitorium of abject misery like it was a bag of Oreos, then it would bring great shame upon her and her entire family. Her own mother wouldn't be able to go out to buy groceries without getting scornful looks from half the town, which is why a lot of women back then would try and behave properly to attract the best possible man within her league. Not like you, who seems to be the type of woman who insists on being pumped full of more batter than a Las Vegas bakery during wedding season.
Well, then how is that different than men objectifying women?
Very different. Because when men objectify women, it's in a sexual way. When women needed men, it was for literally everything.
Like opening up a pickle jar.
Shut up! This is totally different!
Maybe it's just me, but I fail to see any kind of point with that rambling. If modern women are truly bothered by the notion that men sexualize them, why do they go out wearing revealing clothing that exposes a whole bunch of their skin? Why do they bother wearing a few pounds of professional grade makeup and using Instagram filters and spending a small fortune on hair care products? I'll answer that for you. It's because you want to be found sexually desirable by Chad, Tyrone, Raphael, Takeda, and Abdul. Because let's face it, none of those men are going to be attracted to your mind or your personality because you're clearly lacking in both.
That's funny because it's so true.
You couldn't vote not that long ago.
I'm sorry, but that's really all I need a man
Yeah,
for.
I mean, when men objectify women, it's
always about like
sexual and assault.
With men, it was more a materialistic standpoint. With women, it's more objectified by our bodies.
And there's still women that think like that to this day.
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Okay, so under that rationale, it's totally okay for a woman to objectify a man to get a hold of his resources, but it's not okay for a man to objectify a woman based on her attractiveness. But at the same time, it's totally cool for women to objectify men based purely on their attractiveness, because that's why we have Chad and Tyrone. Here's a question for you. How do you plan on getting these resources? How are you going to attract this man to the point where he trusts you enough to let you into his life? You know what? Don't answer that. I would kindly ask you to look up the word hypocrite in the dictionary, but I have yet to be convinced that you actually know how to read.
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Dang.
In the comments of the video, a lot of people said that I was trash and loose and run through. And they were absolutely right. I am run through. I personally have so much cock inside of me and I enjoyed it.
It's nothing to be proud of, Rusty.
The fact that this is considered acceptable behavior in any capacity is beyond me. How can you stand there and be proud of the fact that you let a whole bunch of guys have access to your scarred up sausage humidor? You're proudly admitting the fact that you have no self-worth, that you're profoundly insecure, and that you are incapable of connecting with any person on an emotional level. And you're telling this to literally every single person on the planet who has access to the internet. So you're not only a pitiful human being, you're also kind of stupid. Not a good combination for you.
Indeed.
Okay, let's end this conversation.
No! We will not end this fucking conversation!
Okay, well...
No, you leave the fucking camera on! No, you fucking listen to me, you piece of shit! You completely humiliated me last week! I did not fucking deserve that! I had to sit there and let people that didn't know anything about me trash shit about me in the fucking comments! Do you understand the thing that made me feel?
Whoa.
Okay, I think I might have understood some of that. So she is upset because strangers that she didn't know were calling her out for being a prostitute who's constantly forgetting to charge her customers for services rendered. This is something that seconds prior, she confirmed to be incredibly accurate. However, she's also saying that she didn't deserve to be called out on any of those things. All the while, she's acting like a Lakashi swamp banshee and trying to use her shrill voice to blow up this gentleman's head. And clearly, that didn't work out, and it's also clear you have no idea exactly why you're angry, but don't let me try and stop you. These are the little things that make life worth living.
Now listen, this is who I am! You have 1 million subscribers, Ali Dawah, and you could have used it to help me! a musician, and a YouTuber. Okay?
Wow. That's amazing.
100,000 views. I would give my right arm to have 100,000 views on a YouTube channel, Ali. Do you have a nice week, eh? I've got 300 fucking subscribers.
Woman, this certified gentleman is under no obligation whatsoever to help you with your quote-unquote career. He's earned his subscribers through hard work and determination, and you don't get to leech off that simply because you've been run through worse than a subway car after last call. By doing all of this relentless hooting and hollering, all you're doing is confirming everything we already know about your personality.
You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! You are a one-hived mind twat waffle!
My best friend and I have an ongoing notes app of icks we have for men, and we add to it constantly. Here are some of them. First ick, struggling to eat open a bag of chips. Second ick, eating a bagel. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
What?
Actually, if you wouldn't mind extrapolating on that last one, what kind of bagel are we talking about here? Are we just talking about a plain bagel that's untoasted with no toppings or filling or anything like that you eat like an apple? We talking about an onion bagel with too much cream cheese? Or what about those cinnamon raisin abominations? Personally, I question why everything bagels exist myself. I mean, the bagel itself only has so much surface area. It can't take literally everything. You have the poppy seeds, the salt, the onion, and the other stuff, but that hardly constitutes as everything. I feel like I'm getting off track here. The point is that you're stupid. Please continue.
Playing a sport or a game, or bending down to pick a ball, but they kick it and it rolls further away.
No, it's okay. I got 10 seconds with these sons of bitches. I got them. Wait a second. No, wait. Oh, fuck.
Posing first healthy and holding their breath. Don't do that. Hunting and taking a picture with a dead deer? Not sure if it's a red flag or an ick. Let me know.
No, it's neither an ick nor a red flag. You see, hunting used to be a sacred rite of passage passed down from father to son for eons, and to this day, it is still considered one of the key elements of masculinity. Hunting takes skill, patience, and mental fortitude. It is in no way an easy task, and taking a picture with your kill is showing how you were able to fight the elements, and even under extreme pressure, were able to keep your aim true and will be able to put food on the table for your family. And when given the choice, 10 times out of 10, a masculine man would rather take a picture with a deer carcass over you because that dead animal has more life and more personality than you could ever hope to achieve. And that's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. As always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell so we can give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for checking out the new video, and until next time, peace out, homies.